Hey guys, Adam248 here. Welcome back to part 41 of JoshCCLP4. And before I get started on Fugitive, I'm actually going to scroll up. Verisimilitude actually got some edits since I played it. Specifically down here, that button, this block cloner is now one-time use, so this section is just a lot nicer. There's some other edits throughout the level, but that's the big one. So I'm just going to move on and start trying to work out Fugitive. So I think I need the block. Wait, no, I can just do this and then the fireball will take out the bomb. Because if I were to use the block here, the fireball would not work right. So with the yellow key in tow, I can now run through here. Using this red key in any room beyond this point will make the level impossible to beat. Okay. So we've got a tank room. Swap one key for two keys, swap one key for two keys, and then free up this path. So it's essentially saying don't use it there, and I won't. So I need the tank switching to go through there, and I'll need fire boots when I come through later. Okay, so I could go get the suction boots. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I get a chip if I do so. And it doesn't seem like it does me any other good to do that either. So I'll leave the suction boots for later. Because I'd lose the boots when I come out this way. Oh boy. I'm not a huge fan of this room. Yeah, I cannot get ahead of it that way.
Bummer.
Oh! I knew that was going to happen. I know what I need to do. I don't like that room. I can honestly say I don't like that room. Like, that's honestly kind of ridiculous. A ball and a moving tank is going a bit far. The rest of this room I think I'm fine with. I can't be 100% sure of this, though. Oh, nice. I would have been able to just run straight through there. Anyway, we're almost back where we were a minute ago. See, I'm recording this a few days after most of the other stuff that's in the queue, so I'm still way ahead. This is like being recorded about a week and a half before it would actually go up. Yeah, I can honestly say I'm not a fan of that. Oh, I think I just screwed myself.
Bummer.
Yeah, I screwed myself over there. There was literally no way to survive that. I don't like that tank room. Oh, I can just do that. Oh, so I can do that method. I thought I couldn't. Well, that makes my life easier. Yeah, I'm recording this the morning before the day I have the my graduation ceremony for college. So a few days after everything else. Just because it's like that's when I found time. There's a couple relatively kind of crazy-ish days, and
Bummer.
really I moved up one more than that. Couple kind of crazy-ish days that definitely caused some slowdown. But, you know, I want to keep this daily pace of videos going, and with the family vacation starting soon and just a bunch of really busy days, I know that unless I actively like record a bigger buffer, yes, I've got a 10 video buffer as of the time of this recording. but that buffer has only been going down. You know, it's only going to continue to go down as well. And that's why, well, actually, it's only going to continue to go down unless I specifically make it go up like I'm doing now. Yeah, that is really mean. I don't even have a green key, so I've got to go down this way. And there's my green key. Swap it for fire boots. I'm gonna wait here. Not gonna wait there. Now I'll have to go around this way, which is not a big deal. Okay, so the pink ball is going to face opposite directions. I'm gonna wait. Go. Wait. I'm just studying the pattern to make sure I don't die here. So this room I don't like. I got through it anyway. And now we've got yet another tank room to worry about. I'm screwed. I'm completely screwed. I think. Yeah, I need a block in the water space. Then I remove the locks, a tank blows up that bomb, and I still have a block. So I'd be able to go up there in the end. Yeah, so that block right there would have gone into that water space. Take out the locks, tank blows up the bomb, then I go down, take this block back up through, use it to gain access to up here, extend the path slightly, and then once the path is extended, then I can make the run down to the exit. Okay, so this should only take one more try to beat. I cannot say I like this level. It's not that I don't like tanks, it's that these tanks are really, honestly, kind of really annoying with their patterns and constructions. Like, especially up here. But, you know, it is what it is. I can see that this is technically well done. It's just not my kind of level. Oh, I can do that. That's so much easier. I feel really silly for missing that. I still don't like that room, because it's really irregular with its pattern. And it's really hard to predict. And so it's essentially, I brute forced a way through it. And turned out there was a better one that I just randomly stumbled upon. Like, I know this is a very predictable tank pattern, but the simple fact that the tanks alternate between moving and unmoving, it does make the level as a whole very hard to predict. If that's what the intent was, good job. But something tells me that's not entirely a desired result. Yeah, let's actually deal with this area first. What do I do here? That? Um, yeah, I don't like this. I do not like this. Okay, now I see what I can do. Buy myself a little extra time to react. Nice recessed wall. So I know this is an empty row. Okay. This room is really, really just kind of a pain. So right here, I have an interesting dilemma in front of me. I think I will choose to go this way because I think it's a little... So we lose the suction boots because we have to do that anyway. Okay, barely get through that. Fugitive complete. I cannot say I liked that level. And I'm sorry about that. So make a path with a fireball to follow through the fire before collecting all the chips in the room to the right. Okay. Interesting ice slide. So a little bit of blue wall and deadly obstacle, but not much. And even that, like, it's very clearly a coastline. So this is the reason I pushed up twice and then waited. Just in case there was a bomb. Just in case I did need to use the block on the bomb there and I couldn't go around and get anything else. Okay, so now we come down here, and this part would be a little annoying to play in Lynx. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's clear out all the dirt and try to figure out a way through this toggle room. Yeah, after Fugitive, this is a pretty good level. Like, it's simple, it's fun, it feels a lot like a successor to Alaska, honestly. Okay, so make a path for the fireball to follow through the fire before taking all the chips in this room. Oh, there's a path. So I could go up, and I think I do need to go up. Yep. Interesting. Take the yellow key. Slightly mad. Okay, that could turn into a bit of lucky timing. I cannot say I like that. I didn't even know that that walker existed when I made that move. And I don't know what's down that ice. I probably should have looked. And I don't know what's over here either. So I'm going to go back down here and take a look. Okay, so there's a chip. I'll paw print aisle a little bit. Yep. Okay. So it takes 2 blocks to go through the blue lock. I'm going to do that. Oh, nice. Nicely done. The blue lock is very clearly one way forward. And the cool thing about the design here is that with the blue lock being the way forward, it gives you 2 blocks in place for how to go through here. It takes 2 recessed walls to hold the trap down, so let's go do that. And then I can go and get fire boots with the same block. This is a really cool section. Oh, that's awesome too. So this toggle button gets used, and then you come down here and use the first toggle button. That is so cool. And then trade my boots. I'm gonna assume there's a tip up this way. No? Oh, there it is. And then I saw the exit down in the bottom right. Scandinavia complete. That was a lot of fun. So 8 doors is an item swapping level, and it's honestly not too special.
Bummer.
It's really not.
Bummer.
I should stop trying to do this fast. I say as I start continuing to do it fast. So you just go around and you swap things around, and so now I've got skates. Now I come back here. This was the first level of JoshCCL4 in its original release, and I thought it looked kind of boring then, honestly. It's a little more interesting to play than I originally thought it would be, but it's still not that great of a level, honestly. And I'm pretty sure Josh agrees with me on that. So now we're looking for a trap. There's a trap. I think the fire was at the top. No, fire was closer to the bottom. And the blue key is closer to the top. In fact, all the way at the top. Yeah, this is the whole level. You just swap. And the ball dodging is kind of okay, but eh. It's like every socket must be cleared to reach the exit. So I'm going to go clear 2 of those, then read the second part of the hint because I missed it. All 4 slur paths are safe to travel on. So now we just go and kill all the balls. Yay. Those are some nice cycles, by the way. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to die from from not waiting enough and going on the wrong side. So that is now 8 doors complete. Moving on to Green of Tourmaline. Whoa! Fiery Fog Storm, hello! Lock Block, hello! So this feels like a throwback to a lot of levels, actually. It's like, that almost reminds me of Flickering Lights. Ooh, this is cool. So I'm actually going to go down here and deal with this room first to get the fire boots. Okay, yeah. Now that I've got a better look, I can tell you that this part definitely requires this specific loop. Use all 3 recessed walls. Get me my red key. Now, I'm going to lose the fire boots when I come through here. I think that's what I want to do with the toggle button. So now I've got suction boots and a dead bug. What good does that even do me? Huh? I am Oh. I don't know if you can hear me facepalming here, but block here, bug around there. The teeth in the trap threw me off.
Bummer.
And that's just another red button down there, which I wanted to know what that was anyway. I don't mind replaying this, though. This was a lot of fun. See, that was much nicer, Blob Luck. Like, wow, much nicer. See, now I know I get to play with the toggle, however I want in there. I'm just gonna have it on that one, just in case. Thank you for the toggle button down here, Josh. Okay, I almost cooked the level there because I wasn't being careful. Okay, so now I just have to go grab one green key. And successfully joyride around. Yay, first try joyride. It's not like it's that hard, but, you know, it's the kind of section's always pretty nerve-wracking to get. Anyway, moving on to Achievement Unlocked, level 256, which is probably going to be the last one of the video. I can do the rooms in any order I choose, and there's 15 chips per room. And the gimmick is no keys between rooms. So this one is based on waste of space, and it's honestly a bit of a tricky one. So I'm just going to drop the blocks there, because I'm pretty sure I can't take them much farther than that. Yeah, I can't take them any farther than that, and that's a place to dump 3. And then I can drop another lot down there. So I don't know exactly how many I need, but it's a lot. Okay, so I've got room for 2 more in this area easily. I'm guessing I'm going to be one red short. Yep. And just because I want to leave the fourth floor path open, we'll dump it there. So pretty easy waste of space knockoff, admittedly, but not even waste of space was that difficult to figure out. So because you can do the rooms in whatever order you like, from now on, I know how to do this room. So if I do fail, I'll do this one last, because it's easy. Okay, so moving on to a room with teeth. Let's get this one out of the way. So I've picked up a red, a blue, and a yellow, and I need to get rid of them all. I see suction boots. I see suction boots, and a lot of red keys. And a block. Okay, so here's how this room's gonna work. I'm gonna need to not touch any red keys. Use one of the blocks to get to the chips down there. Use the other block on the water up there. And then with the suction boots, get rid of these 3 locks so that I can go through the other path. So what that means I'm going to have to do is this block down. And then start luring teeth. And I can just literally wait here, and the teeth will eventually blow up. Okay, now for the tricky one. And by the tricky one, I mean that would only be slightly tricky in Lynx, because in Lynx you actually could die from trying to pull that stunt. Like, it's not guaranteed like it is in MS. Anyway, 4 chips to go in this room, and they're all really easy to pick up. Moving on to another room, where I think I want to pick this key up. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. It'll free up 2 blocks, and I'm gonna assume one of them, or both of them, have blue locks under them. Or blue keys, sorry. The one in the middle probably has a yellow. So this section reminds me of Corridor. And I'm gonna need to stop the cloning. Oh, that's cool. Essentially, what's going on there is the one button's cloning, like cloning a monster, which in turn hits 3 buttons over there. And I do in fact need all of them. Oh, that's nice. It looks... Okay, that's cool. Anyway, moving on to the final room, which I really hope I don't screw up. Oh, come on! This one looks like it's the hardest to not screw up. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's be logical here. So I've got 4 keys. I'm gonna need the toggle button. No questions asked. I'm going to need the toggle button. That takes 2. I can't. However, I could go up and use this toggle button instead, and that also costs me 2. That seems like the smarter option. Now, I cannot retrieve either of those keys, but I can spend 1 key to gain 2. I still have 2. Now I've got 3. And with control over the toggle button, I can get that key up there as well. So I have 2. Now I have 4. Now I still have 4. I think now I have 5. There's nothing else up here of interest to me. At all. Nothing. Good to know. So, if I have 5, then I have enough here. Yeah, there's no way to do this in less than 5. Exactly enough. Okay. Fire boots, and then we'll go and deal with these. Lose my fire boots, unfortunately. Trade key for key. So with the red, wait for that. Blue. Zero chips remaining. Hit the tank button. I'm gonna get this on the first try now. Yeah. Blue. I don't care if that wasn't faster. It feels good to pull off teleport sequences like that. Okay, so achievement unlocked down. And just because that was such a fun level, I said it might be the last one, probably would be. But Escape the Hamster Tubes is a blue wall maze. It's not terribly long. I'd rather end on one of these than start on one of these as well. Like, maybe I'm just weird for thinking that. But I feel like a maze level is better to end on when I already have a train of thought, even if that train of thought is the fact that I have a train of thought, than it is to start on when I don't have one. And so yeah, I'm just going to move around and escape the hamster tubes, or at least try to. So I can tell you with certainty that every single one of these edges is going to be blocked, unless it has ice next to it, in which case it's going to be open. So I can guess a fair amount about the nature of the structure of this maze, but in such a way so that each individual turn doesn't feel predictable. Which is pretty cool. Now this one's going to go around like so. Oh, well, that's it for that area? Wow. Routing this would be interesting. Oh, that's it for that area too? Okay. I mean, I'm trying to be a little systematic about this, but for the most part, I'm just exploring this maze, because this is fun. Like, I'm not huge on blue walls, but this is pretty good as far as blue wall levels go. And yeah, I know, Josh really likes blue walls, and they're not my favorite thing. They're not bad, and they're quite good when used well. It's just very hard to use them well. And I think Josh hit his stride with knowing how. So this is going to lead up there. This is going to take me back here, where I want to go down this way, and then up here and around. So yeah, I knew this level wouldn't take me too long, which is why I chose to play it now instead of next time. And I have now successfully escaped the hamster tubes, and what a perfect place to end, because World of 1,000 Flames, based on the wall layout of Amsterdam from CC1, is next, and as far as I know, it's a pretty brutal challenge, but I'm looking forward to trying to figure this one out. So until next time, which is going to be, for me, a few minutes, for you, another day. Probably. Hi, JB.